3 months in, a full 90-day stretch, I guess you could say, I profited over about maybe $10,000 to $12,000. And September has always been a hectic month for me because it's my birthday month. I always take off.
Yeah.
So like I said, at the end of the day,
we're in September now, right?
We're in September right now. Like I said, so I always take off work, but I said I'm gonna do things differently because I'm actually on my own. I'm actually a CEO. I'm actually an independent contractor. If I live, die, wake up, breathe, everything is on me, aside from God. So at the end of the day, I knew that. So I said this month is gonna be different, and I made more money in 1 month of September than all of my 5 years that I've actually worked at Verizon on that same month. I tracked it. I always make about $5,000 to $6,000 every month at Verizon when I can make more. I made triple that the first time I decided to actually work, and I was actually working for myself.
Some people come in thinking this is a get rich quick scheme. I can jump in real quick. I can make a bunch of money and pay my debt off real quick, which you can.
You can.
You can, but there's a learning curve in everything we do. So kind of talking about that first 6 months, how that curve worked.
I made some strides. I ended the year gold elite producer.
Yep.
I did that, and then I also ended the year.
What does that mean in Equistandards? 100 gold elite. What's a gold? What is a gold elite producer? What is that?
A gold elite producer issue pays over $150,000 in issue paid business for the company, and they supplement over 150,000 paid applications. Well, 150 paid applications, and 150,000 worth of business already paid out.
And you did that you came in full time in May.
I came in full time in May, so I did it in 6 months.
Perfect.
Did it in 6 months.
How much income did you make from 2019? What was the income number?
So from 2019, full Equus, right there on the board, I actually got it. I made $65,000.
$65,000 coming in May to the end of the year. So in about 6 months, put $60,000 in the bank in 6 months, guys. The one thing that stood out to me was this: you had to become phenomenal and not quit.
That's the thing. And
go ahead, talk about that.
For me, the thing that I really I feel like got me to the point to where I am is you got to have that mindset of not quitting, because it's always gonna be tough. Like, life is tough. Life is hard. We say it all the time. Like I said, choose your hard. At the end of the day, it's hard getting up in the morning going to work for somebody else. It's hard getting up in the morning working for yourself. But I would much rather bank on myself and being mad at somebody else because my money is not where I think it should be. You get familiar with your process, and this is with life. Once you get familiar with your process of going through things, it's success around the corner waiting on you. You just can't quit. So at the end of the day, I know people that came into this business before me. They failed. I've had conversations with the top producer like a Christian Pounder, a Marcus Moore, even yourself when you were in the business like that. I've talked to several people, so everybody's telling me the same thing of, A, it's hard, A, it's tough. I think Marcus Moore said Christian Pounder told him, you're either going to quit or you're going to go home. One of the two, you'll keep going. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what this business is about. That's what life is about. Life is about getting over and overcoming a struggle here and understanding there's another struggle coming up ahead. How are you going to attack it? How are you going to get around it? How are you going to attack it? Okay? So, I mean, we could dodge the landmines, but I can't go to war for you.
Come on, man. That's good stuff for one. That's good stuff for one. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
A new agent, somebody just came into this industry. And guys, when we talk, we try to talk about, entrepreneurship, but we want to talk about specifically this industry because that's what we're doing. So Rashad, I asked you a question, man. So do you ever see yourself, being a life insurance agent or building a life insurance business, right? What's your thoughts on that? Do you ever say growing up, like, I want to be a life insurance agent, dude?
Never. I'm laughing because we've had this conversation so many times. I've never said to myself or to anybody, man, when I wake up, like, what I want to be, when you were kids and the teacher went around and said, what do you want to be when you grow up? Life insurance was never a part of the plan. I didn't even know what it was. Okay? Like, 3 years ago, I didn't know. I knew you had to have life insurance. I know I had to set it up through my company once I got access to it. But me actually selling life insurance, never.
Let me ask you a question. What's the reaction you get when you tell people, like, I sell life insurance? Or when you try to recruit people, say, look, you want to sell life insurance? Like, how does that conversation usually go typically from the person receiving it?
You want to be honest? It's going to go the same way it did when you heard about it. I mean, every day I'm looking the other way. I don't want to sell life insurance because the way I think about it is somebody that's knocking on your door. Hey, look, we got this life insurance policy. You're going to cover you if you die and everything. Like, I never would have guessed.
Hey, guys, in any business you're trying to build, and I tried to start a couple businesses myself in the past, right? I jumped into it with no system. I jumped into it trying to learn everything on my own. That don't work. Like, that does not work. You need mentorship and you need a system, right? That's why we're here in this industry selling life insurance or mortgage protection or whatever you want to call it, what we're doing. And what we're doing is giving people hope. We're helping people across the table saying, look, when your worst day happens to you, if you get heart attack, stroke, cancer, and you can't go to work anymore, here's a policy that'll pay your house off for you. Rashad, let's ask a question real quick.
Go ahead.
So what advice would you give somebody who is sitting on the other end of their phone watching this video, right? And they're gonna say, "Oh, this can't be real. This don't sound like, you know." They've been praying for an opportunity, been praying for something to come through to them. What advice would you give them? You could just talk to them directly. What would you say to them?
If I were to tell anybody watching this video right now that are asking themselves, what is it out there that I could be doing that can get me the same result that I'm seeing on the screen, I would tell you to find something that has a system, or find something that you like to do. For me, it was this. What is it that you're willing to control, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get to that point? Because if you're at the house right now and you're already sacrificing your time because you're not making enough money, or you're sacrificing your money because you don't have enough time, or whatever, you got to find out what you're willing to say, look, I can control this and I can actually create something from this. And once you get your mind wrapped around that, find something that's going to get you those things. Like I said, for me, it was this industry. I knew I wanted to control my schedule. I knew I wanted to control my income. What's going to give me that? And what's going to be real? Like, once you told me that you went home and you made the money, which was like $1,400 to $2,000 in a weekend, I literally said to myself, that's a commission check. Okay, so he did that in 2 days. I do this in 22 days. I need to start looking at something that I can get that same amount of money in less time. And that's when I found it.
Come on, man. $120,000 in your first full-time calendar year in the business, in the bank. Rashad Gaines. Ends with this, Rashad Gaines. You know, what do you want to say? Nuggets, advice for anybody, nuggets. You close it out for me.
What I would tell you is never stop building, never stop growing, never lose the mindset of helping somebody else. Passively impact people, because there is no number on that. It's not. It is limitless to how many people I can passively impact, and that's what wakes me up every day. I want to touch this person, that person, this person, so they can get the things and feel the same way that I feel, so they can go pay off $20,000 worth of debt in 4 months. Like,